To the modern world, winter means cold weather, flu season, and an endless cycle of coughs and sneezes. But if you walk into an Amish community during those same months, you'll notice something strange. They're not getting sick like the rest of us. While outsiders bundle up with cough drops, hand sanitizers, and pharmacy runs, the Amish carry on, chopping wood, milking cows, and going to church without a sniffle. So, what's their secret? First, it's important to understand that Amish health is deeply tied to lifestyle, not luck. Everything from the food they eat to the air they breathe is different from the average person's, and these differences matter most during the harsh winter months. Let's start with the most obvious advantage: fresh air and physical movement. While many people spend winter sealed indoors with recycled, heated air and artificial light, the Amish continue working outdoors daily. Whether it's hauling firewood, clearing snow, or walking to a neighbor's house, they're constantly breathing crisp, clean air and keeping their blood flowing. This constant physical activity is a powerful immune booster. Movement increases circulation, strengthens the respiratory system, and keeps the lymphatic system active, which helps flush out toxins and fight infection. Even in frigid temperatures, Amish men, women, and children stay active, not because they're forcing it, but because it's simply how they live. Next, there's the Amish diet, which undergoes a subtle but important shift in the colder months. Instead of relying on processed snacks and sugary holiday treats, Amish winter diets are filled with home-canned vegetables, root crops, fermented foods, and pasture-raised meats, all of which nourish the body and support the immune system. Sauerkraut, for example, is a winter staple and a natural probiotic, filled with beneficial bacteria that strengthen gut health, which directly influences immunity. Bone broths, made from their own livestock, deliver collagen, minerals, and warmth to the body. And everything they eat is cooked from scratch. No preservatives, no additives, and nothing artificial. Moreover, their bodies are not constantly bombarded with sugar, alcohol, fast food, or chemicals, substances that weaken immune response. In Amish homes, food is medicine, and this belief keeps their systems strong when others are run down. One of the most surprising factors that keeps the Amish healthy in winter is how they heat their homes, and how that choice affects their lungs, sleep, and overall immunity. While most modern homes rely on forced air heating systems that dry out the air, circulate dust, and spread germs through ductwork, the Amish rely almost entirely on wood-burning stoves and radiant heat sources that create a warmer, more balanced indoor environment. Wood heat doesn't just warm a room, it radiates gently, creating pockets of warmth without drying out sinuses or recirculating stale air. It also encourages movement. Instead of turning a dial on a thermostat, Amish families must chop, haul, and feed the fire, often several times a day. This keeps blood flowing, lungs active, and the immune system fully engaged, especially important during cold, sedentary months when modern life promotes lounging and screen time. There's also something powerful about the humidity in an Amish home. Because their heating sources are natural, and because they often cook on wood-burning stoves or have large pots of water heating nearby, the air doesn't become overly dry. That's crucial. Dry air damages the mucous membranes in the nose and throat, making it easier for viruses to take hold. By maintaining a more naturally humid environment, Amish homes quietly defend against airborne pathogens every day. Another often overlooked advantage is the Amish sleep routine. Without electricity or glowing screens, most Amish families wind down soon after sundown. Bedtimes are early and sleep is deep. There's no scrolling through phones or watching TV late into the night. As a result, the average Amish adult gets 7 to 9 hours of quality, uninterrupted sleep every night, even in winter. And this is no small thing. Sleep is when the body repairs itself, balances hormones, and strengthens the immune response. It's the most natural medicine of all. Moreover, Amish homes are quiet, dark, and still at night, perfect conditions for deep rest. With no streetlights outside, no buzz of electronics, and no blue light interfering with melatonin production, the Amish enjoy sleep that many in the modern world haven't experienced in decades. If there's one thing the Amish never lost that the modern world desperately wants back, it's the ancient knowledge of natural remedies. When the weather turns cold and flu season looms, Amish families don't run to the pharmacy. They turn to their pantries and gardens, stocked with generations of herbal wisdom. Their medicine is grown, brewed, and harvested by hand, and in many cases it prevents sickness before it even starts. At the center of their winter arsenal is the powerful elderberry syrup. Made by boiling dried elderberries with honey, cinnamon, cloves, and ginger, this dark, rich tonic is given to both children and adults as a daily immune booster. Elderberries are packed with antioxidants and vitamins, particularly vitamin C and flavonoids, which strengthen the body's natural defenses and have been scientifically shown to reduce the severity and duration of cold and flu symptoms. Amish families often prepare large batches in the fall, storing them in glass jars for daily use all winter long. Another staple is echinacea tea, made from the petals, leaves, and roots of the echinacea flower. This tea is sipped hot with raw honey at the first sign of sniffles or fatigue. It's believed to stimulate white blood cell production and enhance resistance to infections. Some Amish families grow echinacea in their own medicinal gardens, drying the flowers in bundles during summer for use throughout the cold months. Garlic and onions are also considered food medicine in Amish kitchens. Not only do they flavor hearty winter stews and broths, but they're also consumed raw or pickled for their antimicrobial and antiviral properties. In some homes, crushed raw garlic is mixed with honey and taken by the spoonful, a spicy, pungent blend that acts like a natural antibiotic. Then there are homemade vapor rubs and salves. Using a mix of beeswax, essential oils, and herbal infusions like eucalyptus, peppermint, or pine, Amish women prepare rubs that soothe the chest, open nasal passages, and ease coughing. These are rubbed on the chest, throat, and feet at night to prevent congestion from settling in. Unlike over-the-counter brands, Amish versions are free from synthetic chemicals and made from ingredients harvested from their land. When needed, herbal poultices and steams are prepared using plants like mullein, thyme, and yarrow, boiled and inhaled to clear the lungs. In more traditional communities, the use of bitters, fire cider, apple cider vinegar infused with herbs and peppers, and dandelion root tinctures is common as a way to keep the body balanced and resilient against winter stress. In Amish life, these remedies aren't a backup plan. They're the first line of defense. And because their bodies aren't overloaded with modern drugs, processed food, or environmental toxins, these simple plants and homemade brews remain remarkably effective. While most people focus on physical immunity, the Amish understand something many overlook. Emotional and spiritual health are just as important, especially in winter. And in Amish communities, these vital layers of health are strengthened not by medication, but through community, routine, and deep human connection. This is one of the most powerful and underrated reasons the Amish rarely fall ill during the colder months. Unlike the modern world, where winter often brings isolation and loneliness, the Amish are surrounded by tight-knit family and community life. Daily routines continue regardless of the weather. Meals are shared, church services remain a constant, neighbors visit, families gather. There is no sense of being shut in or disconnected. That steady rhythm of interaction, support, and purpose helps regulate mental health and emotional stability during a time of year when depression and anxiety spike in the outside world. This social stability is no small factor in health. Countless studies confirm that loneliness weakens the immune system, increases stress hormones, and makes the body more susceptible to illness. The Amish rarely experience this. Even in their most conservative districts, community is everything. If someone is sick, meals are delivered. If a barn collapses, dozens show up to rebuild it. If a baby is born or a funeral takes place, the entire community shares in that moment. This collective sense of belonging and duty creates a kind of emotional armor, especially in the cold, dark months.